bro. Sweating like shit. Don't gain weight. Shit.
You already come farm with me. And we'll work it off a day at a time.
I'm about to smack record on this joint. Make sure everything.
Boom. Now we recording, my guy. Yeah, man. I need to come do something, bro. I've been back in the gym, but you know how the slow grind is, man. Slow grind. My brother. What's up, man? I would call you Heavy, but I feel like you removed from that name, man. So I'm going to just say David, or is it Mr. Maldonado now?
Hey, it's Farmer Dave, man.
Farmer Dave.
Oh,
That's
man.
what's up, bro. Man, like I had a rush of like mad memories that started flooding back, man, from me and you and some of our more less than stellar times. But, bro, before we even get started, I'm going to say, man, those times built us, bro, because I always viewed you as one of the realest people that I ever come across. Like, it's so many people from my past. No doubt, bro, but like I'm sure you know what I'm saying? That's how you always carried yourself. Like, there was never no negativity, but I mean, maybe towards other people when we was together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, even at our worst, we was always cool with each other. Like, we never try to do no grimy shit.
It's always a bond, man. Since day one, man, you know, I could say the same, you know, even in I guess, you know.
Addiction, man. Say it, man.
Yeah, that's what it was. Addictive times. You know, you were one of the artists that I actually felt comfortable around, that I could build with. You know, like my comfort level recording with you was always just on another level. I had no judgment. You never gave me judgment. I never had to hold back. I just did it. It was like, yo, Heavy, give me your best. Give me your best.
But that's what's up, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, it's so many people from my past, like during that phase, that, to be honest, man, I don't really care if I ever speak to again, because they served a purpose and like they were there for a season. You know what I'm saying? But you, when I started getting sober, bro, like I always like admired your work ethic. You know what I'm saying? We don't get into everything, bro. So I just wanted to salute you before I get started.
I appreciate that, man.
Now we gonna get started, bro.
Let's do this.
My man wanted to pull up for the special episode 44. This is my dog, my brother. I'm gonna let him introduce himself once my little jingle stops bopping. You know what I'm saying? But look, me and my mans, we go way back. I am inspired to hear your story, bro. Thank you for pulling up, my guy. Let's get this shit. Episode 44. He wanted to make sure he was here for episode 44. So in the building with me today, I used to call him Heavy, Dave. Now you're Farmer Maldonado. Farmer Dave.
Yes.
I was looking at the brand.
It's all good. That's the brand. Yes.
My dog. Welcome to the Redeem Yourself podcast, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for saving the slot.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you for hitting me up.
44 was yours.
Hey, man, it's always love.
Yo, you know
always
the vibes,
has been.
man.
And I'm in the streets. It was Heavy High Def Davis, man. That was me.
My dog.
It still is me. You know, I can't erase it, and I'm grateful and I embrace it. Embrace everything that I've learned along this way, all the experiences, all the challenges, all the struggle, you know. You know, it took a lot of that to create this.
Right.
You know, going through a lot of adversity and dealing with a lot of pain and hardship. And, you know, I tell you, when I say I love music, I love music. All right. I love it. You know, and I was introduced to this guy sometime in a hard time in my life, 2009. I believe.
Difficult times for everybody.
You know, I heard the name. I heard the name Pac-Man. It was ringing bells, and then, you know, I finally put the rhyme with the face, and it was a pleasure meeting him. And we did a lot of things. We worked real hard in the studio, and you know, I think with addiction, and we never really built the way we were supposed to build.
Nah.
You know, so we were working on some stuff, and I think there was a lot of the addiction that was, you know,
just in the way, bro,
hindering the success.
Yes, that is a very proper way to put it, man. Before we go any further, dog, how we get started, man. I like to do check-ins with my guests. You know, see how you doing. You know, so if you want to, you know, spill how your week has been. You know, it's Thursday tonight. How's your week been, bro?
Oh man,
to the day.
I tell you what, man. I woke up this morning.
Blessed.
I feel blessed. I feel I'm grateful for my family, for the friends that I do have in life, for the mentors that, you know, give me a little bit of the motivation to keep doing the right thing. You know, I'm just so grateful. I don't even know what else to say. I'm grateful for you saving a slot for me. You hit me up Monday morning. He's like, yo, Dave, 44 is here. You ready? I was, you know, it's things like that. We got to check in on each other. You know, that right there, you hit it on the money. We got to check in on each other. It's buddy check.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
And generally, man, I was doing a like outstanding job of reaching out to people, just saying, yo, hey, how are you? You know what I'm saying? Then I started going through some of my own life struggles. You know, the loss of my grandma really kind of set me back. I think I was talking to you about it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That joint, still haven't fully grieved. And then finding out, you know, another loved one of mine, you know, they ready to go through their battle. So, you know, I'm in the midst of that storm right now. And I'm just carrying on, bro, because it's like when I talk to my people in active addiction who are trying to find what we have found in recovery, I let them know, like, life is still going to life. We can't prevent the struggles, but we can sit with a sober mind, sober thoughts, and take action that prepares us to deal with them. And so
for that moment, you know?
For that moment, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying?
Whenever it may come.
Exactly. So now we got that joint taken care of, man. I want to start your episode out because this hour or however long we talk is about you, bro. Like 100% about you. So I want to know, and the viewers, not me, but I want to know too, how we start with a simple question. How was life for you growing up? Like what did that look like? Where did you live? You know?
Life for me, you know what? It wasn't the worst. I could say mom's did a job. She put in that work. She made sure that, you know, me and my brother were taken care of, that we had everything we wanted, everything we needed. You know, she had very little support. She had, you know, my grandparents. My rest in peace to my grandfather. I know you just dealt with your loss of your grandmother.
They are proud of us, man. They're looking over us right now. Rest in peace.
Doing this partially for him as well. You know, I hope he hears me in the clouds. Not a lot of support, a lot of abandonment, a lot of people, you know, there for the moment and then gone. You know, it was kind of hard growing up. You know, and actually staying grounded. We moved so much, you know. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, Bronx, Queens. Shout out to New York.
New York.
You know, we lived in all the boroughs, lived in Manhattan. We just moved around so much. It was like you get a friend over here, 6 months later, you out. And then you get another friend over here, 6 months later, you out. It was hard to keep a place. Like she was just trying to keep everything together for us, you know, and trying to give us the best that she could give us at that time, you know?
Right.
And especially in the times, it was, you know, 1980s growing up, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff moving in the streets, a lot of gangs.
80s was a really wild time.
Oh my goodness. I mean, some people say they enjoyed it, you know, shout out to those people. I mean, a lot of them are not with us, but, it was hard times growing up, you know, but it was still a good time, you know? Like, life isn't hard.
Right.
Life is actually easy. We all go through hard times.
Exactly.
So, you know,
I like that, man.
Growing up, you know, like I said, I can't say it was the worst, man. And I'm grateful for my mother to this day. You know, it says in the Bible, honor your mother and father.
So your days will be long upon this earth.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what? Hold on, bro.
Shout out to our parents,
Let's
man.
Go, man. Salute.
You know, definitely gave us our backbone. And, you know, she was always there for us and never let us down, you know. So I'm gonna shout out to my moms. I'm gonna shout out to my pops too. But you know, with that being said, we were growing up in a real hostile, I guess, environment. You never know what you were gonna get. You're cool one day, you're not, you know? And we learned a lot, you know, with all the moving and all the movement and here and there and here and there. But what we really wanted was stability. We wanted to be grounded.
What we all crave at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Stability.
we wanted to be grounded. We wanted a place that we can actually call home. So eventually, you know, I think it was maybe late 90s. You know, I'm going to be honest, it was a lot of fighting growing up. So I couldn't stay in the school because, this fight or this fight, mom had to move. And, you know, it was a lot of battles because you're dealing with a lot of people or a lot of children at the time. You know, we were all dealing with the same things, fatherless households. So we didn't really have each other, like a dad raising us. You know, dad, not saying my dad is a bad person. You know, he was going through things in life that he had to realize to this day so that he could be around for us now.
Which
you know?
now we understand.
Amen. Like you told me and broke down some things earlier. We'll get into that.
No doubt.
But, you know, fatherless household. It takes a man to step up and be in that household. Now, when you have other influences pushing your dad away or, you know, not allowing that influence, you know, not saying he had the greatest influence at that time, but, you know, my mother was doing this on her own. She wasn't running around chasing, looking after men to raise us or, you know, it wasn't like that. Mom held down the house. Mom paid the bills. Mom did her thing. You know what I mean? She was showing us that way. So,
salute to the mothers.
You know, she was never reaching for a handout. She was always grinding. That's the woman I know. You know what I'm saying? So a fatherless household, you know, you got to think, I'm not the only kid in the situation. I got the boy across the street. I got the other boy across the street. You know, you got the young girls. And it was hard, man. Like, this guy wants what you have. You know, I didn't have to want anything that anybody wanted because mom was providing that.
Word.
She was doing everything she could do to make sure
y'all was straight.
Amen. So, you know, like a lot of the struggle was dealing with children that did not have that influence that, I mean, yeah, we didn't need the father in the house because mom was holding it down.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, not saying we didn't need our father because it does take a man. You need a man in the household to raise your children. You 100%. Need your dad. You know, you need 100%. You know, 100%. It's very important that mothers and fathers work on the indifferences and build together so that they can raise healthy children. So, you know, a lot of the fights came from that. A lot of the problems having to move here and there because you couldn't stay in a school because, you're going to get expelled because all you're going to do is fight. So mom, yeah, she made a bold move. She wound up putting us in Catholic school.
What was Yo, time out.
Hey, I'm going to put it out there, man. I'm not going to flush. I'm not going to, listen, I'm not even going to lie about it.
Hey, before we even know what Catholic school is like, bro,
man,
you put the uniform on
every day.
What did you have to wear, bro?
Man, listen, I had to wear pretty much. You had to iron your dress pants every morning.
Oh, so it taught you some discipline.
Listen, you had to iron your dress pants every morning, starting in 4th grade, 5th grade, all right? You had to iron your pants. You had to iron your shirt. You had to iron your tie. You had to wear your vest.
Oh, man, bro, you was Fresh Prince.
Oh, Lord. It took a lot for moms to even afford that, man. When you're thinking about the numbers that it costs, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. I bet it's not cheap, bro. That shit is...
It's a lot. Hey, listen, but Catholic school ain't all out what it says, you know, Catholic school is, all right? Yeah, we have to deal with the sisters, the nuns. Listen, man, you know, you say a bad word.
They smack you.
Nah, they take a soap ball.
Oh, yeah?
And they tell you to bite on it. Then you had to bite on it. After you bit on the soap ball, you had to go gargle the water. So now you got soap in your mouth. So they wash. That really does happen. Washing your mouth out with soap.
That's you know, they where talk that about came from.
Yeah, it's real. I had to do it a couple of times.
I bet, man.
Yeah, I had to do it a couple of times. It was an experience, you know. After maybe the 4th, 5th, 6th time, man. I think I learned from it because you know, you can swallow some of that soap.
Yeah,
Don't taste
you're like,
good.
all right, man, I ain't cursing no more at school.
You know, I actually starting to tighten up on it, but nah, yeah. So the Catholic school, she wound up having to make a bold decision and put us in the school. It was still going on though. You know, you got out of Catholic school, you went right back to the street. Mom, I don't want to be in the house. I'm outside. We weren't trapped with tablets. We don't know what that is.
Yeah,
we knocked on doors. There wasn't a call.
Right.
You went to the boy's house. If he wasn't there, you went to the park. If he wasn't at the park, he was probably at another friend's house.
or the corner store. You somewhere close by.
That's how it was. So, that didn't work out though. So I was in the Bronx at this time, and man, I messed up a good streak. Was doing pretty good. Couple mouthwashes with soap. Thought I was on the pace to make it, but nah. Dave got into a fight. We had to move back to Brooklyn. That's a long hike too. I just made a whole lot of friends in the Bronx. So we were in the Bronx, then we moved to Brooklyn, then we moved back to the Bronx, right? And then had to move back to Brooklyn. So all the friends and all the little bonds that I created, they were shattered. You know what I mean? So now you got to find new friends. You're always seeking for something. It was like seeking for some acceptance in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? And that also pertains to this addiction.
That's what I was about to say, bro. It seems like we tapping into, because what I tell people is like, man, my addiction started way before I took a drink or a drug. And now, hindsight being 2020, I can pinpoint the exact time, like, oh shit, that's when I started feeling that way. That's where I started trying to feel that void.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Always trying to fill the void. Exactly. So, you know, then we moved back to Brooklyn, finally wound up in another Catholic school. She tried to get us in a Lutheran school, but we weren't Christian, I guess. A Christian enough at the time, or whatever it was. The qualifications were crazy. It was an application, filled it out. Don't matter about it was a terrible thing. We bounced from schools because they put me back in public school, and what happened?
Fight right away.
Right away. It was like, goodness, is he gonna learn? Well, she finally found a school, and she put us in this school. Well, put me in this school, and I'm still dealing with the same stuff. But these nuns were a little more strict. They use rulers and stuff. It wasn't just a soap ball.
My wife went to one, bro. So she used to tell me,
"Hey, look, I'm not."
She said the nuns was tearing their ass.
Listen, well, now they call that abuse. Now they now they're catching charges for discipline, and they can't do that. That's hazing.
So all right, I'm gonna come clean, man. I went to a Christian school, elementary school.
Amen. Look at that. Give me the big. I want to hear it.
Let me go ahead and do
There
it
it
to
is.
myself. I was in the 3rd grade, man, and I went from kindergarten to 2nd grade. 3rd grade, I went to a different Christian school, but I don't know what I did. I really don't remember. It couldn't have been that freaking bad at kindergarten to 2nd grade. But my pops came to the office, and I remember the principal had a paddle in the office. You know what I'm saying? This was around those times. This had to be like 87, 88, 89, maybe even 90. My dad pulls up, talked to the principal for a second. He said, man, can I borrow your office? You know what I'm saying? Dude, yeah, go ahead. Bro, belt and all, man, wore me out. I don't think I got in trouble no more that year, but it's so crazy how much times have changed. You know what I'm saying? And the approach to parenting has also changed. And I'm like, man, this is just crazy, bro. Like,
well, you hit it. Your dad caught a moment in the office. They lend him the office. But now you do that in the school these days. Bro. They're calling social workers. Everybody's in They got you in the courtroom.
The police is coming up. You writing a report.
They used to say it takes a village. It takes a village to raise us,
now,
right?
It's like, man, and we could talk about
now it takes the system to raise us.
Yeah, the system is so intertwined in trying to parent, right? That it really does, kind of, man, limit what you are able to do. And I can tell you some shit, man, but this is your hour.
No. I feel you. Listen, the system doesn't come in and pay for your roof.
Man,
doesn't pay for your food. Doesn't pay your electric bill. Doesn't pay the water bill.
None of that shit.
Doesn't clothe you like he just said.
Bro,
but they have so much influence in your household. They're willing to take away the dad. They're willing to take away the mom.
Right.
But you know what? Who's going to raise our children?
Right. And most importantly, right, you not going to take this little boy or little girl to your house and let them disrespect you, not do their work in school without you shipping them. They're not yours. So, hey, man, you go somewhere else.
Exactly.
But you ready to arrest somebody for, trying to
instill some kind of
discipline in the household because, bro, I can't protect you in the street.
Mm-hmm.
If you do this outside my door, now you are under their rules
and you
guidelines.
Become a victim to
their circumstances and their rules, whatever they decide. I can't help you. In my house, I can help you.
Exactly. I'm
here to help and grow, man. But again, man, I wanted that shit just kind of touched me because it brought me back.
Yeah.
And clearly, I experienced some personal issues with it myself.
See, this is new, man. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like we, in your journey right now, I'm proud of you, man. You've from what you've told me prior to this casting. I mean, you have told me a lot, but we have yet to build.
But that's what this is the start.
Since we have both decided to be sober, you've been on your path. I've been on my path.
Word.
You've been helping others grow. I've been helping others grow.
And you've been growing.
And we've been growing at the same time.
You've been growing plants. Like, you've literally been growing.
We're going to get there. Hey, listen, it's right there. You see that? Farming because starving sucks, man.
No doubt.
You know, but listen, so we're going to go back. We're gonna, So
you do your thing. You was back in the Bronx.
We went to Brooklyn. They got me good. All right. So now I'm in this new Catholic school. Things tightened up. I graduated, in New York. It's a lot different than here. I think it's like a 22, 23 credit diploma. I think it's a few more credits and, if you're trying to excel or something. But in New York, you need almost like 44 credits to graduate.
Damn.
So from when I got into 8th grade, there were a couple of things that I was going through still, but it was that acceptance thing. I guess, you have friends over here, now you have friends here, and you're trying to build.
Trying to fit in,
but you never really got to build. So now you're in a situation, all right, well, I put in some applications. I've always been in the arts. So, I put everybody identified it like, hey, Dave, you're really good at this. You're really good at drawing. You're really good. My grandfather wanted me to be a cartoonist for New York Times and the Daily News when I was young. So I applied for a high school of art and design. And that was, I think, 1997 or 1997. No, 1996, sorry, because my graduation year was 2000. But 96, 95, I put the application in. 96, I started the High School of Art and Design. It was my number one pick.
Word.
Maybe the number 2, number 3 art school in New York City. I had to travel every day on a train. I had to go wake up. So pretty much wake up, get dressed, get myself to the train station, jump on the L train, hit 14th Street, Union Square, jump on the 4-5. That was express. If you had to wait for the 6, you got to take each local stop. Boom, get off 59th Street, Lexington. And then I had to walk maybe about 5-6 blocks every single day. So that was maybe about 45 minutes to an hour just to get to school every morning. But hey, that's the school I wanted to go to. I was playing basketball at the time. I was trying to make the school team, and I suffered from a torn meniscus. Thank goodness it wasn't my ACL or MCL, but I tore my meniscus, so that kind of shattered the dreams of basketball. And in that time, I think I was out of school for almost 6 months.
Just rehabbing?
Just rehabbing, man. Damn. Like trying to get the knee back and trying to walk again, get back into school and get back into studies. I'd missed so much. And around that time, my mom had my firstborn sister. And there was a move going on. A really good friend of my mother's lived here in Virginia. So she had spoken to my mom. We came down for Thanksgiving. I think that was in 97. So you figure, look, I just got an art and design. I'm really thinking about becoming a cartoonist for the newspaper. I feel like I had the skills, the talent. All I needed to do was work on it more and more. But, I missed school. So then within that time, I go back to school. Next thing I know, I'm moving to Richmond,
VA.
Virginia.
This was like 97.
This was in 1998.
98. Okay.
Yeah. So another transition.
Bro, that's dope. That's when I moved here.
Look at that, man. But no, I moved here 1998. So all my dreams of being a cartoonist shattered, man. But you know what? I wound up, that's when everything started to begin.
Bro, that's crazy. Me too.
That's when
because, man, all right. And I'm just butting in because
I appreciate you.
Do you feel like that move, like, because you say that's when it started, right? It kind of ripped away your core.
It did.
That's what I was telling my pops, right? And then you get back in your story. When I moved here from Florida, right?
Oh, man.
And I finally had the opportunity to take my wife down there to my grandmother's funeral, and she saw what I meant. Like, I got a big-ass family, cousins, uncles, you know what I'm saying, bro? Just hundreds of family members at any given time. I could be doing whatever. So at little 13-year-old me, I got ripped out of that and put here to know I don't have no family here.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
And a total culture shock.
Yeah,
totally
bro.
different.
I went my first day of middle school. I went to school in some shorts, some Jumpman Jordans, and like an Emmitt Smith jersey.
Who's
right?
this guy?
Bruh. I had Abercrombie and Fitch, Averex jackets, LL Bean.
Book bags everywhere. I saw Jan Sports when I was growing up in New York.
Bro, yeah, that was it. Jan Sports
with the strings. We had Will Battlers. You had all the strings on the backpack.
So it really was like, it ripped it, man, because for years, that was where my void was. And I didn't know, but it was like the lack of love, the lack of support, the lack of just feeling myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's
always seeking probably acceptance.
That's it, bro. That's where I started. I wanted to fit in. Like, I wanted so bad to be like, man, he's okay. He can kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? I never had to do that shit before.
Yeah.
Like, it was there. I didn't, friends for what, man? I got cousins that I could mob with anywhere. And by nature, we all, like, my friends was my cousin's friends. My cousin's friends was my, you know what I'm saying?
It was a big family.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Continue, sir.
Nah, so yeah, like a culture shock, man. Like you come in here, 98, like you just hit all the points, man. You know, the from the book bags to the clothing to the talk.
Yeah, the language.
It was
different.
like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Where did he come from? You know, and we had a couple of people that, hey, yeah, you could roll with us, like you said. Yeah, you could come roll with us, you know. But even at that, man, it was always, I guess, an acceptance thing. Like, man, we have friends over here. Probably I'll never see again. You know, and if they're still alive and still doing well, I pray for y'all and I wish y'all the best, man.
Word.
I'm right here. You see me on the cast.
Word.
My man had me
salute.
had me come on episode 44. But
44.
you know, so coming to Virginia, it was like trying to fit in, something that I didn't even understand. I didn't know anything about this place, you know. But my cousins, well, you know, that's what they were. My cousins, this family. This is my mother's sister in the Lord. You know what I mean? They graduated together. They went to church together.
Yeah, so
you know
the relationship cousins, like you.
Yeah, you know, you know, like your cousins,
I got a few
friends.
uncles like that.
Yeah, that's you know. So always embracing them, and you know, their family. But you know, so pretty much leaving what we knew, coming here, different environment, dealing with different things, different circumstances, trying to fit in. You know, so it's like either being accepted or trying to fit into a situation. You know, and eventually, you know, you clicked up. You joined up with this group or this group. You're rolling with them. You're rolling with them. We were into music. We were into arts. We were into breakdancing. We were into DJing. So it was like we brought that to the table. You know what I mean? And a lot of people weren't on that vibe. They weren't really feeling that.
Now, Virginia is late to a lot of things.
Yeah, they weren't really feeling that music vibe. My brother was walking around with a keyboard through the neighborhood playing beats and, you know, starting ciphers. And we were 15, 16, 17 years old.
That's dope, yo.
You know, walking around with a keyboard. And that's the friends we were building. And then what was in that loop? Smoking.
Word.
Drinking. You know, and I'm talking 16, 17, 18 years old. we should have been in the crib with our families watching a family movie
Yeah,
on Friday night.
watching Steve Urkel.
We should have been doing something like that. You know, it was like totally you had to figure it out. And you went home and you made sure you didn't smell like something or your breath didn't smell like something. Because, you know, when you deal with parents that grew up in the 80s
they
and the
already
70s,
know what time it is, man.
they looking at your eyes.
Yeah, immediately.
Why you smell like that?
Yeah. Why your pupils so dilated? You
got
just cut the light on, Dad.
What do you mean?
Oh man, that took me back, bro. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit.
Man, why you smelling my clothes?
Yo, chill.
What were you doing? That's what it was, though. So we're supposed to be at home, maybe Friday night at dinner. According to Virginia code, to me, the way I seen it, I see these people. They go out, their family, they have a family night at the end of the week. They sit at the dinner table, or they all every night they're sitting there. Talking about their day and how everything is in school. But, we were still outside. We was outside.
After the street lights cut on.
Yeah, man. Like, you're supposed to be in the house. You got curfew. We trying to beat, can we get an extra 15 minutes?
Word.
Extra 30 minutes? And we would run home just to ask for that extra time. And we would get it. And then, if we didn't get it, we probably jumped out the window and
later on,
we would listen to the footsteps. Once the footsteps stopped.
See, you would listen to footsteps. My pops was like a mean snorer, right?
Oh.
So, bro, he would snore so loud.
That was my stepdad.
I would tiptoe, and every time he let out the loud one, bro, I'd go like 3-4 steps. Wait. He hit another joint, get like 3-4 steps. And I was right there, bro. I be looking at the bottom. I hear that joint, bro. I give it a little hop. Yes. Straight to the office and then hit the window, man. Lift that bitch up and be gone.
Yo, but we would be in the same situation sometimes. But then you heard, it was like if there was a weird creak or something going on, then you start hearing footsteps through the ceiling because they was upstairs. All right, so then you had to backtrack. But yeah, anyway. So, it was all about moving here. Moving here was just trying to figure out where we fit in. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, New York, running a big city.
Super slow to you, bro.
To coming out here, you need a car. We used to rollerblade. We used to bike. The roads are weird out here. They're unpaved. Or they're paved. And, you couldn't do it. You had to walk or you had to catch a ride with somebody that was driving. But yeah, it was like the acceptance fact, or trying to figure out what clique you fit in with or who you fit in with, or I think all of those things that I just touched, I mean, they led to
they all played a factor in later down the line
in the choices that were made. I had boys that were drinking, I wasn't a big drinker. I'll be real with you. Like, I wasn't a big drinker. I didn't indulge in stuff like that. I didn't really do it. You know what I mean? My cousin came to me. He used to smoke cigarettes. He would take them. He would take them from his peoples, whatever. He'd come back with a couple of cigarettes. We smoke a couple of cigarettes. All right. That's what it was. All right. But then the cigarettes led to, all right, you want to be down over here, we're smoking over here.
You got to light this up.
So next thing you know, you're really trying to cover up that smell and cover up your eyes. Now you got the Visine involved.
Bro, it's so much energy and effort went into just trying to make somebody else believe I wasn't what I was. Yo, I'm not high. Like, look at my eyes.
Like, what do you mean? Look
at me. Like, I smell like Burberry.
You just popped 2 Visines, and now your eyes are clear, and you're like, oh, look at my eyes. I'm good.
Why you smell like Tommy Hilfiger?
Hey, bro, now we coming to our parents like, oh, nah, we don't smell like nothing. Smell me.
Yeah.
Oh, look at my eyes.
Now
I'm good.
I could hug my mother guilt-free. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but now she's asking you why you smell so good for.
Yeah, like, where you going?
You don't dress up and get dressed.
Like, Mom, I'm at home.
I was rugged though. What you smelling like that for? All right, so yeah, that's where that came into place. But now you see, I feel like it. It was still trying to fit in because I wasn't doing that stuff, and that's being 100 with you, Pat. I wasn't doing that stuff.
It was just the circle you was involved in, and you were allowing them to do it. So would you like briefly indulge just to to be a part of the clique? Or
I'm gonna be real. I'm not even gonna hold it out. Like maybe it was like, hey, yo, these guys are embracing me. They cool with me. They show me love, or maybe it wasn't love, or maybe there was some love, but I felt good around them. You know what I mean? Like they were my people. So it
kind
was
of like Tupac said.
So it was like, you know what?
I got love from the thugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got love from the thugs. I got love from what we call gangsters. I got love from those kind of people. So it wasn't. So maybe I didn't fit into the prep crowd. You know what I mean? But I had a couple of those guys that actually took a liking to me as well. You know what I mean? I had a couple of friends that are doing some really big things now. And I'm proud of them as well. Shout out to y'all. But that wasn't what we were doing. But it felt like, yeah, maybe to be accepted, oh, you're not a rat. You're not a snitch. You're not telling on. All right. So you just smoked with them and you just did it. But then, you know what? That became habit. Because now you doing the same thing they're doing. You are the company you keep. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping the company. And you know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad that that's what it was. You know what? I felt accepted. I was good in the environment I was in. Like you said, I've always been a humble guy. I don't come across nobody. I don't cross nobody. That's not the way I was raised. That's not how I was taught. I don't need what you have. If you need something I have, just ask me for it. If I can help you, I got you.
Brian, you've always been that way. And that's what I meant when I started. Like, bro, when we linked, you know what I'm saying? And we would kick it a lot. Yes. You know what I mean? And I don't even want to go too far because I know that was like into the heavier side of both of our addictions. Really.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, it was always like pure and genuine. It reminded me of the bonds we built as little kids. You know what I'm saying? Before we had anything to gain from anybody, it was just, yo, you cool, I'm cool, we're cool. You know what I'm saying?
And like
that's how that shit was,
love, bro.
Word.
It was like
that's exactly what it was.
It was like
dog.
unconditional love. Like
shit.
I said, I couldn't I couldn't really rap around people or spit bars around people because I had like this comfort thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if I ain't feel comfortable around them, I'm not rapping with them. You know what I'm saying? But when I met you, it was just like, yo, I could spit anything I want, even if it sounds garbage. He ain't judging me.
Nah,
just
bro.
say it. Like, you know what I mean? Like we worked on a lot of stuff, man. I got a lot of projects.
You brought anything? We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Continue the story, man.
But listen, and shout out to one of the artists on that track that we made, man. He's not with us today, but that right there, man, that shows addiction right there. You know, that was a pure sign of it, having to leave that lifestyle, you know, but still was in the lifestyle.
In the thick of it.
Oh man. Yeah, like if we could go back, I wouldn't change a moment of it. I'm gonna be honest. Like
me neither, bro.
Everything that led up to it, every experience, every good time, every bad time, I appreciate all of it.
Me too. And that comes from an attitude of gratitude, bro. And it took me what I call now is like, bro, I didn't do all of that for nothing.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to assist somebody that's in that space now. Looking for, imagine if we would have had somebody pull up on us at that time, like, yo, it's a different way to do this. You could still enjoy the music and the chilling without this. You know what I'm saying? And we can actually progress and do something with it. You did? So it's like, man, I am extremely grateful for everything I've been through. Like, I still got a couple cringe moments where I'm like, damn, I can't believe I did that. Damn, that really wasn't me. But all in all, when I reflect over my life, bro, I'm just grateful. You know what I'm saying?
But it was you. It was you, and you needed to go through that to become the man you are today.
Exactly.
You know, and I needed to go through that to experience what I did to become the man I am today, so that we could actually do this and influence better minds in the world. You know, whoever needs this message, we here for you, man.
Exactly.
Because you know what, we're not better than you.
Nah,
we just chose at a time to stop doing what we were doing so we can realize who we were and be 100%. Better people for you.
So check
for them, right?
It's for them, for myself,
it's for yourself, it's for your family.
You know what I'm saying, bro? It's so many reasons why I started it. But your teenage years, right? You moved here late teenage years, you start to click up. You see where the influences are leading. You see that alcohol, marijuana. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like to be accepted. What role did that play, like, after high school for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's jump to that space.
All right. So after high school, you know, had a lot of great experiences after high school. High school was finished. It wasn't college. I wasn't going to college. I knew that. Mom gave 2 options though. She did. If you were going to live in that house, if you want to live in the house, it's once you're done with school, you go to college or you go to the service. So I followed my brother. My brother went to the United States Marine Corps in 1999. It was 2001. I had a couple of issues in the school toward the later part of the school year. I had to finish off in Virginia Randolph.
Okay.
I got my Freeman diploma, and I think it was 2001 that topped it off. I did the same thing. I signed up for the Marine Corps. So there it is. Dave's on a bus headed to South Carolina, Parris Island. Big decision.
Yeah.
But you got to think about this, all right? You got to think about this. You got college. It's one of the biggest financial decisions you're ever going to make at 17, 18 years old, all right? The military's willing to assist you, all right? So I'm not going to knock the military, anybody out there that hears this, all of y'all. The military is a great option. It is serving your country, okay? And they do assist you. There are programs. A lot of programs for minorities, for just everybody, okay? It does help you excel. It does help you develop. It does help you with college. It does help you with discipline. It helps you in a lot of ways. It's not just about, I'm going to college because I'm going to the military because I want a college degree. No, you're learning other life skills and other life values, how to live off the land when you don't have anything, okay? So 2001, I joined the Marine Corps, okay? I still dealt with some adversity in there. I wasn't really big on the drinking. I hung out with a lot of guys in there, learned from a lot of them. A lot of guys from Richmond, Virginia. I left Richmond, and there were a lot of guys that were in my unit and that wound up in my MOS. I was in field artillery, all right, 0811 field artillery. Shout out to my field artillery cannoneers out there. I was in field artillery, and we went out to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Tornado Alley, man. It was crazy. Flew out. I finished boot camp. Boot camp was 3 months. From there, we went to North Carolina. We got a week leave. Went to North Carolina, Camp Gaga. Finished that. That was Marine combat training. All right. So we got out of there. Then we had to go to our MOS school. So I wound up going out to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And that was about 2002, like somewhere late 2002, maybe in April. Big ice storms, tornadoes, all kind of crazy stuff.
So you were out there in the thick of all of that shit.
Yeah, man. Actually, like in the middle of Stripper Town, because all there was in Lawton, Oklahoma, it was crazy. It was strip clubs and bars. That's all there was.
Because Oklahoma, like, isn't it still primarily like Native American land?
That's
I ain't trying to get a geography lesson.
No,
you know
shout out to the Native Americans, but maybe back 2002, but now we're 20 years later. You know, so a lot has changed. There's a lot of it's a lot of reservations, but the reservations are like casinos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The natives had to buy into this,
right? I went out there like briefly, and that's all I remember seeing was like not sacred land, but whatever the signs are to let you know, like, this is Native American property, and it was that, like, a lot of casinos. And such.
We weren't really allowed. Like, we had a certain, like, so being in the military, when you're stationed somewhere or you're on a base, you know, you're only allowed a certain amount of limits outside of that space.
Right.
You understand? So really what was in our space in Lawton, Oklahoma was strip clubs and brothels and stuff like that. So you have the military going to a place like this, and what do you have? The option to do after you're done with, your training job. Or if you get a little bit of liberty, go to the bar, go to the strip club. Pretty much waste your money. You know what I mean? Waste your money. you're not sending it home. You're most likely, you're young, you're 19, 18 years old.
Yeah, blowing it.
Listen,
that shit is going.
Listen, all that time mom and dad was saying, hey, you can't do this. You can do anything you want now, right? So
I'm legal?
yeah, man. And listen, when you're in the military, it's like an age limit, huh? We were flying in, listen, this story is kind of messed up, but when we flew into Oklahoma.
Allegedly.
Listen,
I preface everything allegedly.
yeah, listen. I'm gonna be real, and I shout out to that dude, man. He took it. We walked into the base, but we were on the plane. First thing that these stewardesses are asking us. Oh my goodness, you're like, we're in alphas. We're in our dress. We're in some dress uniform.
Right.
We're in our alphas. We're looking good. You know, we're shaped up. We're ready to go. We're United States Marines. We get on the plane. Would you guys like a drink? No IDs. They weren't asking for IDs, man. Sure, why not? Boom. Took a drink. My man took a drink. Would you like another? Would you like another? Next thing I know, we're getting off the plane. We have to get on a military plane now to fly to Lawton.
Oh, man.
So we had a little stumble off the plane. Man, we got to the barracks. We walked into that man's office. Gunny W. I don't even want to put his name out there. Gunny W. Man, I tell you, you see Tyson's eyebrows?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tyson, too. And you see his eyebrows kind of with the point? Man, I swear this guy looked like the man downstairs himself.
Word?
He said, which one of y'all were doing it? First off, how old are you? I was like, sir, I'm 19 years old. Don't call me sir, I'm gunnery sergeant. Oh, man. The guy next to me, my fellow Marine, shout out to that guy, man. He said it was me. I was doing it. I had about 5 drinks on the plane, sir. He said, all right, you're going to swab my decks with a toothbrush for the next month.
God.
Took the whole rat.
What'd you say, bro? You let him eat it?
Ah, damn, man. Shout out to that guy. He pretty much gave me the little nudge. Like, these.
Damn.
No, listen. I'm gonna be real though. He gave me the tap though. Like we were standing so close. He gave me the tap, right?
Said, I got it.
He's like if you're underage, you're gonna get an NJP, which is a non-judicial punishment. Okay, so pretty much me going there, me having my little PFC stripe, I was about to lose it.
Oh, okay.
So all he did, being a Lance Corporal, was sacrifice one of his. He didn't even have to sacrifice a stripe. He was of age to drink. I was underage drinking. Okay. On the plane. I was never even carded though. So, but he
looked out for you.
He did.
Yeah.
That was definitely a blessing, man. And I shouldn't have been drinking either, but I was feeling saucy on the plane. I was feeling good, man.
No doubt.
I signed up to serve my country.
And planes in themselves, man, can, depending on if you're comfortable or not, can be a space of uncomfortability and like anxiety ridden. So a lot of people drink just to fly. Me, when I do fly now, bro, I go to sleep.
See, but
I have to.
Hold on, let me stop you right there.
Yeah,
you was drinking because, you fly and anxiety, but I was drinking because I was fly.
Yeah.
These
women, was drinking.
These women were looking at us like, these are the next heroes of America. These are the next heroes. And listen,
what the
But then, yeah, so it was like, how do you turn down a free drink, Yeah, I had a couple of drinks before I went in. I had a couple of, but hey, man, shout out to that.
Drinking because you had anxiety. I was drinking because I was fly, bro. That's a bar, man.
Hey, man.
I got to clip that up, bro. That's a bar. Continue, man.
So, with that experience right there, that I valued that guy. He didn't have to take the whole rap. He didn't have to nudge me and be like, I got this, D. He didn't even really know me like that. We just went to MOS school together.
Word.
You know what I mean? It was just me and him on the plane flying out to do a job that we didn't even really know what we were doing. You know what I mean?
Y'all just was down for the ride.
Man, listen, we what we had to work on? We worked on a 16,000 pound, that's 8 tons, 16,000 pound gun. It's called an M19 howitzer. Okay. You get a 155 millimeter round, shoots out about 18 miles.
Damn.
Shoots out about 18 miles. 8 men man this.
Massive gun, weapon of mass destruction.
Pretty much mass destruction. We take out villages. There's 6 of our guns in a row. 6 of them. And that was at the time. I don't even know what it is now. I know they're still training with them because I was down there a few months ago. But they're still training with that M198. And I tell you what, man, it takes special people to actually sign up to do that job. You know, that's not a most desired job when your forward observer has a life expectancy of 0.6 seconds. So he's right there on the front lines. He sees everything going on. All right. He gives a mission back to FDC. FDC calls it into us. And then from there, it's game time. And it's not really game time because, you know, like you said, these are weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
And we were trained professionals.
We are there to tear shit up and nothing less.
And that's what I have. That's the understanding I have of it now, you know. And with me being in the military and, you know, I still didn't drink. I wasn't the drinker. You know what? I went out to a couple of strip clubs with my boys. We hung out. These guys were drinking. You know, I think I learned from my man's taking the rap. I wasn't of age. I shouldn't be doing this. NJP, I don't want to lose rank. I'm trying to excel.
So you still had like a sense of principles and morals about you, even being in environments like that where it could be easy to, man, fuck it. Like you're doing it.
Yeah, man, we were sitting at the bar. They weren't carding us. Like I said, man, they were not carding us there, man. We were Marines. You know, we didn't have any, we went out and we might have dressed. We might have put on some, you know, civvy gear, civilian wear, and we go to a strip club, but they still knew we were Marines. You know what I'm saying? They saw the high and tight. They saw the fresh shade.
The haircut and
they like, oh, we about to get their money.
Yeah.
You know?
And y'all look like a check walking through the door. Yeah, it's there. It was there. They was on that shit.
Yeah, you know, and you're away. Listen, you're away from home. We're already away from home probably about 6 months, 7 months at this time. You know, we're being trained. We're not around women. So, you know, definitely not doing things that we used to do. Right. So now we're going into strip clubs and we're drinking and, you know, I indulged a couple of times. I had a couple of drinks with them. You know,
you still weren't there yet. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't. It wasn't my forte. It wasn't what I was really trying to do. I wasn't trying to be.
We're just fitting in, bro.
Yeah, it was just, you know what? I'm a vibe with these cats. We're gonna build together. You know what? Show them I'm down with them. They're down with me.
Exactly.
You know, we're all peace. Hey, military career goes on and on. I wound up struggling with a couple of other things. I wound up having my first son in 2004.
While you were in active duty?
Well, I wound up getting off of active duty and I switched my contract to reservists.
Okay.
So now I'm stationed right here in Richmond, right here where my homies are, right here where the people that I've been building these relationships with, doing things that maybe I shouldn't have been doing. My career came to a halt. I had my son 2004. I didn't want to be a dad that wasn't in the picture. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be what I was chasing my whole life. Right. My dad. Where's my dad? Where's my dad? But my dad did come back. You know what I mean? Like he came back to us and that was like in the early 90s. And we built a relationship with him. We went out and seen him a couple times and, you know, we definitely had great times with him. And, you know, that forged a really good relationship. Like we needed that. You know what I mean? He was there for us. We started communicating, talking, visiting, going for the summers and stuff. But I didn't want to be the dad that wasn't in the picture. Right. So in 2004 was a pivotal moment. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue with this career as being a Marine and maybe possibly going overseas?
Right. They can call you at any moment and say, hey, we need you in Japan.
Hey, no, we need you in Afghanistan because that's what we were dealing with at the time.
Was popping out because of 2001.
2001, 9/11, Trade Center. I had signed up June of 2001.
And then that shit popped off.
And then that popped off and I went down to the recruiter station. I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. They just blew up my city. You know, the World Trade Center.
You was buff.
My mom was a little girl watching the Trade Centers come up. So, you know, that really hit me hard. They, you know, and all the after information, all the information that came later, you know, it is what it is. We have to accept what we didn't know and what we know, but we're fighting for our country. This is our country, right? We're Americans. So we're fighting for our soil. I just didn't want to be that dad. Man. I didn't want to be absent. I wanted to be
present.
Yeah, I wanted to be something great for him. Yeah. I wanted to show him what a dad was, even though I didn't even know what being a dad was.
Tell me about it, bro.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But it was like, wow, I'm a dad now. June 29th, 2004, my son's born. Oh my goodness. It was just so amazing, man. Cut the umbilical cord. I'm there. Had a great relationship with the woman. And I tell you, man, you know, there it was again, tickling me. Addiction. It was coming back around. Now, I know I shouldn't have been doing some of the things while I was in there. You know, I'm still in the Marine Corps. I shouldn't be messing around. I shouldn't be, you know, now I'm dealing with other stresses, you know, financial stresses, because I did switch my contract to be a reservist. So now I have to maintain a job. I was dealing with problems on the job, you know, which actually I started working that job, and I'm still doing that job today, as well as farming. You know what I mean? So I've been successful doing that for about 17, going on 18 years now.
That's what's up.
But shout out to that guy that actually gave me that opportunity to learn that and pursue what I'm pursuing now.
This is your like detailing,
yeah.
pressure washing.
I run a detailing company in Richmond, Virginia. White glove detailing.
White glove
detailing.
Thank you.
So you know, I made some sacrifices. I made some choices, and made some poor choices. But you know, I still wound up in my son's life. And that was the key. You know what I mean?
That's where you wanted to be.
That's where I wanted to be. I made the choice for my son so that my son would be able to have me present. You know what I mean? Around that time, I'm getting out of the Marine Corps. Like I said, you know, some mishaps and things that shouldn't have happened. But you know, we have to deal with the actions that we take, you know, in life. So, but I'm there. I'm in his life, man. We you know, everything is going smooth, and you know, I'm not smoking, I'm not drinking, I'm not doing any of that. I don't even have it in my household. I don't have alcohol in my house. I kind of drifted away when I came back from the military. I kind of drifted away from the friends that were doing that. It wasn't, you know, like you told me, surround yourself with people that are doing better than you, Dave. You know what I mean? You told me that at some point, but. You know, I was around people that were pursuing a career, learning a new skill, a new trade, or something, you know, trying to better themselves. Right on the money. You see that? Knock on wood, man.
It's the wavelength, the energy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, so like that's what I was surrounded by. I wasn't surrounded by that, but of course, you know, that was weaseling this way back in, and you know, I allowed it. I said, you know what? I'm going to go sit at this bar with my mans, and after work, we're going to drink a couple Long Island iced teas, and I'll be all right, and I'll go home. But a couple Long Island iced teas turn to a couple more Long Island iced teas. Then it turned to a blunt. Then it turned to this, that, and the third.
Before you know, it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
Next thing I know, my wife is like, where have you been? What are you doing? This is my ex-wife. Where have you been? What are you doing? And I'm like, you know, my bad. My bad wasn't good enough. That's not a good enough response. You know, you got a son that has to wake up in the morning, go to daycare. Yeah. She has a job she has to go to.
You got to be present.
I have to be present. I have to be able to help her with these things. So, you know, I made some poor choices and poor decisions. But, you know, it was around 2009. And I think somewhere around that time, that's where I met you. It was maybe late 2008, maybe early 2009. No. I met you in earlier than that. I met you in 2008. But 2009.
It was the end of 2008 because I just came home from jail. So I was like heavy into the music.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yup. Hit him up.
Yeah. I came home from jail.
Messing with the dude, you were dealing with Wayne.
Yeah.
Dirty Security.
Yeah, my dog.
That dude, hey, your dog. Hey, man, that guy helped me pass government.
Salute Dirty.
Salute Dirty on that. I'm going to give him the shouts for that one.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, man, that dude helped me get through the government class, man. Mr. Fravel. You remember that guy. Hey, anyway, so.
Oh, man, that's some funny shit, yo.
It's real, though, man.
That's
Listen,
real.
that guy helped me. So, yeah, you was getting out. You was in the music scene. But I had heard about you through another friend. Anyway, so 2009's here. And I'm in a really tough situation, man. I'm married. I got married, and I'm thinking about a divorce, bro. I had gotten married in 2005, November 29th, 2005. I remember that. And 2009 came around, and I tell you, man, it was bad. It was like, man, I'm on the verge of losing my best friend.
Everything.
My wife, the woman I the woman that I committed to be with for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not being able to see my son go to first grade, second grade, third grade. And actually, you know, I'm still going to see him, but not in the same aspect.
Right. It's
of
different.
washing his ass at night.
Everything changes, bro.
You know, washing his
Tucking
ass
you
at
in,
night, reading him a story.
You know what I'm saying? I'm laying over here on the sofa while you going, or I'm in your room watching you go to sleep. I'm going to see you first thing in the morning. Everything changes.
Yeah.
I understand.
You see, so the drinking came about. Now, that's when the drinking came. But the drinking came about in 07. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the drinking, I identified it, but it actually kind of took a little control over me. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I actually enjoyed drinking those Long Islands. Mm-hmm. I actually enjoyed having a couple shots of Hennessy after a long day at work. I actually enjoyed smoking a blunt. Mm-hmm. Right, I did it in my garage, away from my family, even when I did it. But it wasn't, you know, it doesn't make it right.
Right.
You know, yeah. But now I was hiding something from my wife, you know, and that wasn't fair to her.
And that's when you know, like, addiction is setting in. Like,
yeah, addiction. Now I got to hide it.
Yeah.
I got to hide it. I was hiding it. We were hiding it from our parents. Remember the smell?
Yeah, bro.
Putting the cologne on, like... So now that's when the addiction started setting in. That was about 07, man. And I was running my company. I started in 05, and I was running, and it was successful, and everything was going good. And then, you know, I started allowing some of those influences back in my life. And I can't blame it on them, because it was my choice to pick it up and drink it and smoke and do all that good stuff. You know what I mean? But in 07, that's when it really started off. Like, I started drinking more. And, you know, I may have had an opportunity to change it. I had to stop it, though. And I wasn't ready to stop it.
No.
I wanted to do it. Now, that at that point, all the time that had passed, all the time that I wasn't, I wanted to. I wanted to do that. I wanted to drink. I wanted to smoke. I wanted to be out. And now I'm sacrificing my wife and my child for alcohol and abusing my body.
So how much do you think that is? And then, well, I'm asking for a reason, right? Because you went to the military fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
So how much of that phase in your life do you think it's like, man, I didn't get the opportunity to do this at 21? You know what I'm saying?
You know,
because I could see, like, you know, how people, if you say you in like a 10-year relationship, like, you know, some women get married at 18. I don't want to say 17. That's
I might have, we might have made a quick jump. We made a quick jump. I love the woman. I was in love with her. You know what I mean? I was so in love with her that I wanted her to have my son. You know, it was me pushing.
Right.
I want you to have my child. You know, I want to be in your life forever.
Word.
It was me, you know, and I realized that when I walked away, and, like, you know, I walked away, but I was going off of that saying, you know, like, you know, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it was yours. If it doesn't, it never was.
Right.
So that's what I was going off the vibe, but she never came back, bro. She never came back. So that was kind of like it's saying, this woman really doesn't love you.
Right.
You know, but maybe she really did. And maybe I had to let go of the smoking and the drinking. And I wasn't ready to do that then.
Word.
So 09, we linked up. We start making the music, and we start building a good relationship. And it wasn't, you know, I don't think it was really about making hits and tracks. I think we just enjoyed each other's company.
Dude, that's really what it was, bro. It was a bond, man. Like, if anybody asked me about you, like I told you when we started, bro, and I got goosebumps thinking about it. You were always the most down-to-earth, realest, humble, kindest human being I ever met. And also, if shit had to hit the fan, we you know what I'm saying? We were ready to go. And like, it was always like a spark to me, like, man, you know, this guy is fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? And like, it was a bond, bro, because again, dog, many of those relationships that, like, I was kicking it with people back then, bro, I don't care if I ever talk to them again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it was a season. You know, people were there, you come and go. But you and maybe like 2-3 other people, my dog Ronnie, of course.
Oh, amen.
You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to Ronnie.
Yeah,
man.
like, you know, he'll hit me up every now and then, and we'll chop it up. But those bonds were like the purest, and it reminded me, you know, I think I said this shit earlier, but like being a little kid and you move across the street. Hey, you my friend. You know what I'm saying?
We boys
now.
Yeah,
we boys now.
Boys. Yo, where you at?
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, and we had cell phones, so it was like, yo, D, where you at? Yo, Jay, where you at? Pat, where you at?
Bro, it's when you get it, man. Like, it was funny. I don't know if you remember this, but we were in, I want to say, like, your apartment, and we were freestyling. It was one late night we had, man, you know, doing some extracurricular activities.
Extracurricular
And I had this tiny ass phone because I had lost my iPhone. They're like, yo, we mail you a new phone. It's just like the iPhone. And they sent me back a small, like, you remember that joint, bro?
What the hell was it?
I got it. Oh, bro, it's just a small ass phone, bro. But we put that joint up in the kitchen and was just freestyling in front of that shit for hours, bro.
I think, matter of fact.
I think I got that footage on this computer too, bro.
You know, that wasn't my kitchen though. We was at a party. We met a guy named, what was his name? Slime. He dreads, had the gold.
Was that the dude that looked like Wayne? Lil Wayne?
Said he dealt with Lil Wayne and all of that. Yeah. Shout out to Slime. Wherever you at.
Did you remember?
Yo, that was his name though. It was Slime.
Yo, oh shit.
Oh, memories, man.
Oh, what a time, hey, so, man.
Yo, listen,
2009.
So 2009, bro, it was like, you know, look at it. It was just happiness, man. So it was like I met a true person, you know, a genuine person. They called him an opportunist, but yo, who isn't open for an opportunity, man? You know, that's what they were saying. You know, I'm hearing this and I'm like, man, that dude is down to earth. That dude is cool as hell. I don't care what y'all talking about. We gonna keep being friends and building. And
I appreciate that, bro. To see that shit came from like, you know what it's like when you got something in your mind and you could see it, like how it's gonna play out. You feel me? Like you got a vision, a passion to like create something, and you telling everybody, yo, I want all of y'all to, man, come on, let's all go.
Yeah.
Right? It sounds cool, but when it comes to putting in the work, it ain't that cool.
But a lot of them are shabby though, like on the work ethic, you know.
Yeah, so,
they there for your listen. You had the talent.
Word.
You was building labels.
That's what I'm saying.
You was building someone's enterprise, and they were utilizing your gift.
But now, like, I'm an opportunist, but you want me to be around you. And the shit, bro, it used to, like, an addiction. It would, like, hurt, because I'm like, man, why would y'all say this shit, but you calling me, and you want a verse, or you want us to go to the show, or you want... Bro, whatever the fuck, you need me
to make you shine.
But this is the conversations that I'm hearing in the background. And it took me a long time to understand. I said it, my other homeboy, G, shout out to G, came up here and we were talking about it, man. And it's like, you can try to build with people, but they can walk away at any time, right? Because if it's your vision, the idea sounds cool, right? Because if it works, it benefits everybody.
It does.
But if it doesn't work, you get left sad and they get to walk away and say, man, he was an opportunist.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, and that's how I felt, and I get it now, like even with this. You feel me? Like, I believe in this shit. Like, I love this, man, bro. These conversations.
You put your life into this.
Yeah,
man.
This is something that I'm purposeful and intentional about. You know, I would try to build with people. You know what I'm saying? You come around, but when it comes, hey man, click share, just share it for us so we can all win. You don't want to share it. Fine. You know what I'm saying? But when it works, you can't tell me, oh man, I always supported you. I don't want no, bro.
Hey, listen, like even with the music, if it was all about opportunity, I got so many of your verses, man. I got so many of your verses that the world hasn't heard.
Bro, that's wild too.
No, listen, real life, bro. We're gonna get to that real quick. I have so much music that we've made. It was not an opportunity. It was a vibe.
Yeah,
it was life. I was trying to create a team, you know, and there was never. I don't think to this day there's a team forever. Because I wanted us to do this, but I didn't want us to do it just for now. I wanted us to do this shit forever.
And that's what I meant, bro.
And being and building together forever.
Right.
That's a true partnership. That's a true gang.
Like, yeah, bro.
That's
like
a gang right
we
there.
Moving, but that's how, like, when me and you was in that, bro, that 2009, 10 era.
11, 12.
12, yeah, bro. It was a long ass time, bro. That's how we moved, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever we went, we was deep.
That was in our heart, though.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And then when it came to just kicking back and vibing, bro, it was like me and you. You feel like, bro, we just chill. I slide out, go my way, man, hit you the next day. You get off work. It was always kind of the same routine, bro, and there was never no static.
Never.
Like, why the hell, man, that should have take me on a tangent, bro. This your hour. Yeah.
Listen, bro. But let me look. So you know, 09, we link up and we build this relationship that, you know, it's 2023.
Yeah, bro, that's a long time.
You know, and you were dealing with your stuff. I was dealing with my stuff. But, you know, we meeting right here now.
Right.
You know, and now, honest to God, man, I'm so proud of the journey that you have been on.
I appreciate you, bro.
How many years have you been sober now? Because we have not really talked about this.
So
I know you post, and, you know, I'm sorry I missed the post sometimes. Listen,
Dude,
I'm grinding. Man.
That is just social media. You know what I'm saying? In my real life, feet on the ground, right here, bro. My sobriety date is August 16th, 2013.
Amen.
So I'll, God willing, we'll have 10 years this August. You know what I'm saying? But those years, bro, were like my darkest times. Damn. But also some of the best times. Just in that, because I wasn't to the point yet, bro, where like my world was burning down. Like, yeah, I had some drama going on with the mother of my first son, or mother of my two sons. You know, some like financial issues, bro. But when we were kicking it back then, it was like, man, nothing else mattered but the vibes and the music.
But
you know
I don't even think we have financial issues. I don't think we had
I don't
headaches.
even think it, it didn't even hit us.
That wasn't even marinating in our vibe or in
bro,
our circle.
Ever. I don't even think we got to
ever worried
discuss
about
that.
money.
Nah.
I don't think we've ever worried about any of these things.
Nah, bro, that's what I'm saying. There was a different level.
Trust. I don't think we've ever had to question each other's trust.
Bro, that's what I was explaining.
You see this real quick? August 16,
2013.
My sobriety date is August 3rd, 2016.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Look at the 3 and the 6, man. Mine is the 3rd, 16. Yours is mine is 16 and mine is the 3rd. You see the numbers in there?
Yeah.
On the same month.
Bro, that's wild. August, man,
You see the numbers
about
that
August.
3 and that 6, though.
You just flipped it.
Yeah. Look at it.
Bro, that's dope.
My 6 goes right here.
Yeah, I
and
got
my
you.
3
That's
goes
how you
here.
flip it.
Oh, man.
That's dope,
Same
bro.
month. We was see. It was like you just said about that the way
It's energy,
that
man.
energy is channeling.
Yeah.
Like, we was going through some things, but even when we were going through them, I don't think we ever had like the hardships that a lot of the people have. Like, I never had to take anything from you.
Nah,
you never
bro.
had to take anything from
Yeah.
me. It was still, brother, if you need something, I got you. D.
100%.
If you need something, I got you.
I ain't have shit, but you had it. You know what I'm saying?
And then if I didn't have it, you had it.
But that's what I meant about the purity, right? Like, bro, that was like when I think about this shit.
And we're not just talking about drugs or
Nah,
substances.
We're talking about
real,
anything, bro.
in
Like,
life.
yo, you need shoes, bro. Here, you know what I'm saying?
You need a
Whatever
jacket,
you need,
it's
yo,
cold,
I got
bruh.
you.
I
Take
know.
it. I don't want this shit back. But that's how it was, bro. Like you just, oh, cool, man. You're my boy now. What's up? You know what I'm saying? It was always that fucking way, bro. Like super pure. So even when I got sober, it was certain people that would cross my mind. A couple of them are dead and gone. You know, go rest their sober. You were always one of the ones, man. I want to link up with David. You know what I'm saying? I think I pulled up to your house, like mad long ago.
You came to my son's birthday party.
Word, that's what it was.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? You invited me over. We was able to link for a second, and then life. You feel me?
I was on a good run at that point. You know, and let me go back.
Yeah. Let's get back to the
also,
story.
when I met you later at the end of the year, like an early Christmas gift, man, I met my wife.
Word.
All right, so that's like 14 years ago. But I met this woman, and what was I walking out? What was I walking out of the store with in my bag? A 40-ounce and a pack of blunts. Right after a long work day, right? I meet this beautiful woman. I totally walked past, but I couldn't let her walk past. I actually was gonna leave, and I was like, I can't leave. Something stopped me.
Word. You just had to spin the block.
And this is real. No. I didn't even make it in the
That's
car.
what I'm saying.
I put the 40 down. Yeah, I had to turn around, and I'm like, yo, let me go holler at her real quick. You know, I try to. I'll be real. Listen, I'm a detailer. She was pushing the Range Rover, and I was like, I'm out this woman's league. Nah, this ain't. I can't. I don't know. Something just made me go. It was like I was like two magnets. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
boom, they pull together.
Energy.
Man, we stood in the gas station. That's where I met her, the gas station. I lived right down the block. I think you've been there. When I lived right there by the river, right there in that big ass building.
Yeah.
All right. She maybe that's what you talk about with that mic in the recording. It
Bro,
was probably
maybe,
there too, 'cause
dog.
there's
We
so
was a
many
lot
nights.
of fucking places.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
go
so
ahead.
many. But yeah, so when I met her, like we stood there, we talked, and I swore she told me, she had to go kick it with this girl named Valerie. So I'm like, Valerie, what's her last name? She's like, Rodriguez. And I'm like, oh, word. I know her. I know everybody, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
I would have said that shit too. Yeah.
Hey, listen. No, so I said, hey, why don't you come down the block real quick? I live right down the block. I swear I know this girl. I got a picture of her. She actually followed me back to the crib, bro.
Word.
She followed me back to the crib. I walk out, I show her this picture. She's like, no. After we had this long conversation, so we were talking still, but I show her this picture. She's like, nope, that's not her. So I was like, what that mean? This is over? I can't talk to you no more?
Because I don't know your friend. Me and you like, this shit is dead?
I was like, damn, that felt real good.
Yeah.
But nah, you know what? I told her, look, I was going through a divorce, and I had a son. I threw that all on the table while we was chatting, and I said, look, you're more than welcome to come back. If you'd like to come back, the door will be open. Just walk in. I never met this woman in my life, bro. I never met her in my life. I told her, look, the door will be open. If you come back, she said, I might come back. She chopped it up. Next thing I know, the door is opening. I told her, just walk in. It's okay. Just walk in. 11 o'clock p.m. The door turned.
Word.
She walked in the door, bro.
Oh, shit. Wrong button.
She walked into my life. And,
bro, you gonna make me cry up here, man. It's one of them, like, that's some real shit, man.
She straight walked in, man. I'm gonna be honest. A situation happens like that, you think, hey, no chance.
Yeah.
You met her, you talked, you had a chance right there.
Bro, I've had many of them nights, man, where it's like, I'll be back.
Bro, the doorknobs turned. She walked in. Shorty came through. She brought a movie. We stood on the couch. We stood up. No lie, bro. We stood up. We watched this movie. And I wound up falling asleep.
Comfortable.
At some point in the movie, I wound up putting my legs up on her knees.
Oh, yeah? Comfortable.
Like, we knew
real
each other
quick,
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like
energy was just.
We're two energy forms from another time. We are.
I know good. You. Yeah.
Yo, bro, listen. In my house, access to my money, access to whatever I had. I was, like I said, I was going through a divorce, so I didn't have a whole lot at the time. I left everything behind. I left that with the ex-wife, and I didn't take anything. I just kind of walked away from the situation. I wound up putting my feet up on this woman's lap. She held my legs, embraced me, and next thing I know, I woke up in the morning and she was laying next to me.
Word?
Been together ever since, bro. Straight up. Been together ever since, man.
Bro, that is beautiful. I did not know that, man. That's
beautiful. Real. Like, I gotta give a lot of. Listen, I put the woman through a lot of shit. All right, let me not hash that.
No doubt.
But so as the years progressed, I started meeting her family. Her family's, embracing me. They welcoming me into the family. I've never, back before my grandmother had passed, like we used to get together. We used to have card night. The parents playing cards.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy that them nights kind of disappear with the pioneers leaving the matriarch. She was an amazing woman, man. She brought us all together, though. Likewise,
and when we lost, I think, the whole family lost a piece of life because everybody broke apart. It was no more like family night. Like we all did the card night and all the cousins got together and then all the cousins' friends.
Bro,
and we were all chilling.
Man.
So, I'm being embraced by a whole family. A whole family, man. And with my flaws, who I am. Accepting me,
your authentic self,
just me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And even I didn't drink. I didn't drink. Okay, but I would go out with her. When I met her, we would go out for martinis at the Martini Kitchen, or you know what I'm talking about down that old place at the Cary Town. We would go out to little bars in Richmond, have a drink together. We'd go to budget night at budget night right there. Downtown. We was exploring. We were exploring stuff together. I never had an issue, man. I was drinking. you know, I had stopped for a while at that point, and then I met her, and you know, I felt like I need to take this woman out. I need to feed her. I need to provide a home for her. And I didn't really even know, but it was like, you know, maybe I was coming off of a situation, but it was just like, wow.
It was pure.
A whole year went by. I've been divorced. My ex-wife hasn't come back to me, you know, and I'm not knocking her. She is a great mother. She has done an amazing job with my son on her half. There are a few flaws in our relationship, you know, but
nobody perfect, bro.
Nobody is, so I forgive her for all of it. You know what I mean? Anything that we had to go through, it only made me the man I am today. I had to go through the court system.
Yes, sir.
You know, but you know, at the same time, you know, her putting me in there and going through the situation every 6 months to get back on my feet, you know, it was like, damn, I really dug myself in like a deep rabbit hole, foxhole, whatever you want to call it. Like I'm in a hole, man. Like, and this woman is still there for me. Like I'm telling her what I got going on. What woman wants, you know, so.
Bro, it's wild, bro, because that was me and Steph. You know what I'm saying? Like I was 9 months sober when I met her. I hadn't left the house. You know what I'm saying? I was a hermit crab, bro. I was work, gym, basketball, kids, crib. That's what I did for my first year. The first night I went out, man, our old stomping grounds, Echo Lounge, right up the block.
Yeah.
A couple of dudes I work with was like, yo, we should go out. I'm like, man, I don't drink, you know, but I'll go chill with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we pull up. I'm in there. It's West End, bro. We know everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, she walked in, you know, like bright ass red hair. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit was so different that I was
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, shit was like, oh, who the hell is that? So, kind of like you, bro. Like, I didn't approach it with no type of intent. It was just conversation. Like, I saw her, made my way through the crowd. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen you here before. What's up? I'm Jared. You know, Stephanie, like, bro, we just talked for about 2-3 hours in the club. She walk away for a minute, come back, you know what I'm saying? And I was ready, bro, I'm sober. Midnight hit, I'm like, shit, I'm tired. Like, I'm ready to go home now. Late, back in addiction, we in that joint till 2, then hitting the next spot.
Yeah.
Midnight hit, I'm like,
After hour spot.
Word, you know what I'm saying? But the shit was dead. So I was like, you know what, hey, I'm ready to go home. It was nice to meet you. And that's where I was leaving it. You feel me? Like, yo, it's nice to meet you. So I walk walk out with you. Like, I bet. We pill. She been in my life ever since. But it was kind of the same thing, bro. Oh, the round of applause. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. But that came to recovery. Now, man, carry this up. So you meet your wife now during this phase, right?
Yeah, I was still, I was still drinking. But you know, even with the drinking that I was doing and smoking I was doing, I was working. I was out. I wasn't doing it at the job.
Wait, so you always stayed functional?
Yeah, I was functioning. You know, I had my business going. I had great clientele. I was pretty much taking over the West End. You know,
I remember, bro, radio stations.
I had the radio station on lock for 7 years. Yeah. You know, I'm meeting all the DJs. Now, this is the life is pulling me back to this music. Because, you know, like all that time, I'm going to be honest. When I was with my ex-wife, it wasn't really about expression. I wasn't really it was like allowed. Damn, how am I being allowed? I'm a grown man. Yeah. Like I got a son. I'm raising my child. How am I not allowed to do what I love?
Word.
You know, which was boxing, which was making music, you know, and being in the art and being in the scene. You know what I mean? It was like I wasn't allowed. But this woman comes along and
express yourself.
Exactly. Express yourself. There it is.
Express yourself.
Yeah, so it was like, she was like, wow, where the hell did you come from? Like, she loved the music. She always like, oh, I don't think you believe in yourself enough. Why don't you put that out there? Why don't you put it out there? You know what I mean? And it was always me battling myself. But you see, what I realized was it wasn't me battling myself. It was me battling my addiction. Because I was more embarrassed of my stuff, but now I'm not embarrassed of it.
Because we live in fear, bro. When we in addiction, bro, it's fear. So it's easy to be trapped in this box of people because Black Lick, salute to Black Lick.
Salute to that guy.
What he called it was the social glue, you know, because I think he on like a 10, 11-year run sober now too.
Amen.
But it's the social glue. Like we started by building bonds and addiction, right? So when you try
man, Listen, Black Lick.
Yeah, he used to go in. I got to get him on this pod.
Hey, listen, hold on. That was the 40-ounce king right there.
Bro,
Boy,
he had a whole celebration called 40 Day. They used to get it in, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Black Lick, man, and all of his accomplishments. I love that man. I got a lot of respect for that man. He is definitely a part of the growth, man. Like,
most definitely.
Every time I've linked with Black, you just brought his name into the circle real quick. That guy right there, it's always been love.
That's what I was about to say too, bro. He was another one during that time where anytime I ran into him, man, like he showed love. Like he was trying to pull us along with the shows and everything, bro. It was just like I couldn't get everybody to buy in.
How many shows does Black have under his belt?
Man, he gotta be pushing a couple thousand, bro.
He should own Strange Matter.
Most definitely.
That should be
bro,
his
we used to have that shit crazy too, bro. That shit was fire. What a time, bro. But yeah, so it's like you in the box, right?
It's a very intellectual guy right there.
Hell yeah. No. That was a good segue, man, that like to talk about somebody else that we both know and admire, you know what I'm saying, for their work when they were in addiction.
Now listen, before the addiction, Black Lick.
Y'all was in school together.
Listen, we had a little bit of time together. Me and Black Lick used to drive out to Louisa County to this river, Lake Anna. Before Lake Anna got taken over and they recreationalized it and all that stuff, we used to go out there. We would smoke. All right, I'm not trying to put you out there, but this is real. We would go out there. We would smoke and we would just rap to beats. Back to back to back to back.
Word?
Yes. Black Lick.
Black.
Shout out to that guy.
When you watch this, you got to pull up next, man. Heavy, you got to come in here and just vibe out too.
Hey, the last time I seen Black Lick, we lost another soldier, Sleaze.
Salute to Sleaze.
That's the last time I saw Lick. I see him on the internet. He's doing his thing. He's inspiring children. He's growing incredibly. I mean, you know, and I'm proud of you, man.
Man, major salute. Let me hit that again, bro. Black. So yeah, bro, like when it's addiction, it's that fear, right? Because this is all I know. You know what I'm saying? All I know is like, let me get drunk. If I try something, what is everybody gonna think of it? You know what I'm saying? And when you remove the fear of it, it's like, man, you know what? I'm gonna do this because I like it. I love it. And in hopes that somebody else or it'll impact somebody else. So that's dope that when you met her, she was like, yo, nah, come on, do it. Express yourself.
Yup. And she motivated me on a lot. Yeah, listen, Shorty appreciated me so much. And she loved my music and she enjoyed listening to me just listening to an instrumental 1,000 times and then coming out with this track that she got into it, that she's like, oh, wait, hold on. She writing over in the corner. She's, yo, spit this real quick. She started trying to ghostwrite for me. I'm like, whoa. And yo, listen, my wife is amazing, man. The way she writes, she should be a journalist or somebody in that field. I mean, I don't know anybody better at it than her.
Man, you just got lost in the sauce, bro. Your eyes glazed over, bro. That's love.
Yo, but she's amazing. I gotta give it to her. Like no doubt. Is, like she believes in me. I don't think she believes in herself as much as I think she believes in me. I think if she put a little more belief in herself, I think she could do greater things in that field.
See how you boosting her up right now?
I'm not trying to.
No. I'm saying like boosting her up in the sense, bro, that's that love. That's where the yin and the yang hits, man. She came along at the right time to tell you to believe in yourself. Now, how beautiful is it that in y'all's marriage, man, now you can re-give that gift because she's your life partner.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
You know, man, like we on a gym experience right now. We just got. I
see the pictures, bro. I see y'all.
We just joined that.
No doubt.
She got some goals for herself.
I seen y'all post a picture. I looked at stuff. I said, hey, babe, we gotta go hit this gym. We went right to the gym, man. I'm telling you, bro, I'm there. Give me like 6 months. I'm with it.
Hey, man, but yeah. So she came at a really important time in my life. I was dealing with some things, and I was pretty much trying to be allowed to do all the things that I loved in my last relationship. And this woman was like, yo, run free and do what you want to do. I believe in you. And, I got to say I appreciate her and everything that she's helped me accomplish now. Because, with that, it wasn't allowed. Man, you're a grown-ass man. You do what you need to do. As long as you taking care of your family, you taking care of me, I'm good. I'm with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, alcohol was starting to weigh in, but we were doing it together. So now, you know what? I got so comfortable with this girl. I started introducing her to my homies and start bringing her around people I knew. And, you know, some of those relationships, they were salty, man. Like my man knew something to push my buttons that would piss me off, or this person would say some foul shit that would make me mad, and this person would do this, and it was like pushing. How you expect somebody as live as me to be calm, especially while I'm drinking? Now, you said I was humble and all that, yeah, but you knew there was another side to
I knew.
that.
I seen it both.
Okay.
But
these individuals that I call brothers, and you know, oh, these are my mans, and these are my, you know, you're pushing my buttons. I just met this woman, and you know, I guess not everybody wants the greatest for you. Not everybody that you call your friend or your family
that's
or
where
your
the
brother.
crab in the barrel mentality comes from, bro. I want to see you do well. I just can't have you doing better than me.
Exactly. But you
Sucks.
tell me to hang out with people that doing better than me.
Word.
So I take that into my mind like, yeah, that's the way you should do it.
It is.
So follow that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I allowed it, and you know, years are going by. Things are going good. You know, things are going good, but I'm starting to drink a lot more now. Now I'm in my new relationship dealing with my old baggage. And I don't want to call it baggage in a bad way, but it was. I had
like your bad habits and shit.
And then I had my ex-wife, and now she's taking me to court for child support, and she's taking me for this, and you know, those were my obligations.
It's weighing on you at this point.
It was weighing on me, and now I'm thinking my homies are my homies, but things are falling apart, and it's like, man, my whole world's caving in, and you know, I didn't really realize that it was the alcohol and the smoking and, you know, the long nights and the being away. I was trying to make excuses. I was making excuses. I was like, nah, everything's going to be all right.
Right.
Yeah, this is just this time will pass.
Yeah,
this will go away. I could keep drinking. Everything's going to be fine. But I'm going to tell you, it wasn't fine. It was getting worse. That when 2000, all right, so 09, I meet her. All right, we got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So this is August 3rd, 2016.
August 2nd.
August 2nd. All right.
My true day is August 3rd. August 2nd.
Is the what I like to call the U-turn moment.
This is the U-turn moment.
What was the U-turn moment?
So I got this great person in my life that believes in me and wants nothing but greatness for me and wants great things to happen for me. And she's just like this motivator, you know what I mean? Pushing and pushing. And I'm, you know, it's abuse, bro. It's abuse. It's a form of abuse. You're drinking. You don't sometimes know what you're saying. Yeah, sometimes you say too much true stuff, but sometimes you don't know how bad you're hurting your partner, okay?
Right.
Through the time of doing it, you forget. You wake up, you go to sleep on, hey, you know what? This was an argument tonight, but it's not going to be tomorrow. No, it doesn't end, okay? Nah. So that argument is going to carry over in tomorrow. As many times as you try to push it away, shun it, and say, no, that was yesterday. No, it's still there. It's still in her mind. It's still in her heart. She heard it. You said some bad things. Y'all had a fight. You don't just blow it over. Yeah. You got to work on
those resentments are building because we haven't fully healed from it yet.
Exactly. So, you know, August 2nd, I don't know how much I had to drink that night, but you know, it started the Facebook and the social media. This is taking over. You got guys sending friend requests. You got girls sending friend requests. She's thinking this, you thinking this. But that's what it created. Because at one time, it wasn't none of that. You know what I mean? Like you had a relationship. Pure. You had a relationship. Yeah, right. But now you got 1,000 friends from high school that want to be your friend on Facebook. So you were a new person. You're drunk. 1 o'clock in the morning comes and you receive a message from a guy that you knew in high school. Some innocent shit. You know what I mean? Some innocent shit. Or
What's up? How you been?
How you been? When can we see each other? You know, now.
I don't know, bro. 1 o'clock in the morning. If I had been drinking, I don't know.
Nah, but he's not even your friend on Facebook or she's not even your friend or whatever. But had you not been drinking, you would have never thought nothing crazy. You probably would have had a conversation. Who's that? And she would have probably said, hey, look, this is da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you know, yeah, whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But,
if sober
but
me.
now I'm in a,
But you already there.
You would have responded. Yeah. You wouldn't have reacted.
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't have reacted. Yeah, exactly.
You would have responded to the situation.
That's a good way. I'm like, bro, block that shit. Ain't no way he messaging you at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I already know what
Yeah.
time it is.
Yeah.
How innocent you want to make it out to be?
Look, I'm a man,
Hey,
goddammit.
hey,
I
bruh.
understand.
Bro, her brother told me, he's like 1 a.m. type shit. Nah, come on, man. He innocent. You know, even her brother said, because we're men, you know, so we relate to
We already know.
But listen, they're women, right?
Right.
So if a woman's hitting you up at that time, she gonna be like, why a woman hitting you up at this time?
Bro,
but it's gonna be a lot louder, right?
Yeah.
You know, when you're drunk, you don't respond. You react.
Yeah.
So, you know,
even when they explain it, you still reacted.
Yeah, you reacted big time.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, what
I just told you.
Huh? Yo, why you in it? Yeah, there's like...
I don't care if it makes perfect sense.
So I tell you what, man. Yo, listen, it's August 2nd, and it's really late at night. And I'm outside in my shorts and no shirt on. It's hot as hell. And I'm drunk. And I'm looking for the next beer. Like, damn, I'm out of beer and the damn store's closed and I'm still mad and I'm arguing, right? You know what? I think, I'm going to be honest, I think the cops came that night. I think somebody called because I was being really loud. All right, so now I have a cop in my living room and I'm trying to body him. I'm so drunk. This guy was, you know what? Listen, they have a job to do, okay? You're in my house. I'm actually like drunk and like I'm in my safety zone, but you violated my space.
Right.
So get out of my house, you know, and it turns to that. And then I walk out the house. Now I'm in public.
Yeah.
He
so
actually has a conversation
charge.
and he was actually decent enough to, you know, let it pass. Like, I said, you know what? I read a book, Don't Sweat the Small Things. And then in there it says something, it's all right to have an argument. You know, we need to have arguments in life with our family or whoever it is. Sometimes that's how you work through things, all right? But a small argument, you know what I mean? No fighting, no hurting each other. But, man, it got to the point, she jumped in the car, she packed my little man up. Because in 2015, I had my second son, okay? So this is before sobriety, right? So I'm in 2015, I have my second son. And Lord, thank you for this boy. He's so amazing, just like my first. But just wish I could have. It wasn't so separate and so far apart because they're both amazing and they have a great relationship. But you know, I would have loved them to be in school together and doing those things, right?
I understand,
but even at that, I'm grateful for both of these boys. Well, you know, in 2016, it comes around and I'm like, damn. Can I not hold down a fucking household? Excuse my language.
Straight, bro. Do your thing.
Can I not hold down a household? Can I not, like, now I'm arguing with myself, okay? Like 2015, I'm actually battling the addiction. I don't want to do it, but I've been doing it so much.
It's all I know.
It's like, that's all I'm going to do. And there's other things that I'm doing. And it's just not that. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you, man, like, it actually had the power over me. I was a functioning alcoholic, and I was able to do everything that most people get in trouble for. And thank the Heavenly Father, thank the Most High that I obviously had my angels over me, hovering, protecting me every day. You know, I gotta give the praise to them because, you know, when 2016 came, it was like I needed that wake up call because something really bad was probably gonna happen. And it took my wife to pack my son in the car and leave. And, you know, she didn't go to somebody else, random's house. She didn't go somewhere seeking shelter or anything like that. She went to my mother's house. And she said, can you please call him and tell him that if this is going to continue, I don't want to be there. I don't want this around my son. I don't want this around our son, not my son, our son. This is not who I know. This isn't the man that I want to be with. I know your son. I know who he is. But even at that, we'll get to this in a few. I know it's been a while, but and my, you know, like she went to her, and when I had to wake up. I had been working for a church at the time, so it was crazy how everything was going. And how life was, you know, I was running my detailing business and because I needed extra money because bills got up. You know, we got our first house in 13. So, you know, the bills are racking up. You know, I'm drinking, so I'm paying that. And I'm not focusing on what I need to be paying. And I'm putting all the load on her. And, you know, when that day came, it was like, Dave, wake the fuck up. Wake up. It like smacked me, bro. It was like I was being smacked internally by everybody. And on August 3rd, when I woke up, I had no desire to drink. Not an urge, not a craving, nothing. It was like her packing up, going to mom's was it. I'm not losing this one. I need to hold this fort. I need to hold down this household. I just went through this because probably the same reason, but I let it take over then. So yeah, I put it down, man.
That's what's up, bro.
I put it down. And I'm so grateful I did. It was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. You know, because I didn't realize how much I was blocking myself from doing great things. And it was just off the alcohol. That was, you know, that was just putting that down. Nah, I was still smoking, okay? I was still smoking at the time. And I didn't find that was that was bothering or making a problem in my life. You know, I didn't think that was it. You know, I'm ADHD. I'm so hype. It's like being around people is like, I have so much energy. This kind of like toned me down, right? I'm gonna get to something else in a second. That was like toning me down, right? Well, that wasn't what was bothering her though. I didn't smoke around my children. I didn't smoke in my household. You know, I went off to my own little space in the yard, in the corner, my little doghouse, and you know, I did my thing and came back in. You know, but the alcohol was a problem that I almost lost everything. But I like I said, I had the Most High either smacked me, and
that was your God shot moment, bro.
And it changed. It changed from that point, you know. But the battle got harder. The battle got harder. Like
that's life.
Now everybody's saying go to these meetings, do this. I didn't go to meetings.
Me either.
I didn't go to anybody actually. Like I dealt with it, and I took it day at a time. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then I started feeling this joy.
There it goes.
I started feeling this joy. Like, damn, what the hell have I been doing to myself, man? Why have I been poisoning myself? Like, you know, like I said, I didn't think the bud was an issue either. But why have I been doing this to myself? Man, the money was coming in. My relationship with her, we were talking again. We were going out doing things. It was just like, wow.
Right.
This is what I want to be doing.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is the life that I want to be living. It's
like I explained, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now being on this side in recovery and being like a spiritual person and a fun. Go ahead, bro. Do your thing. Fond of my energy and like law of attraction, stuff like that, bro. Excuse me, shit. I'm aware of like spiritual warfare, right? Addiction is given to people with so much to give back to the world. You know what I'm saying? It is a way to suppress us from becoming who we're supposed to become. Because at the end of the day, bro, your energy is always shine bright. You just was pressed down into that box. You know what I'm saying? Like in the way of like, it's $1 million over here, but you'll never get to it because addiction is going to keep you right here. You could look right at it and be in the fingertips, but I'll never get to it because of this. And that was always my battle. You feel me? Kind of like you, bro. Like I always had this vision of myself. And even when I was in the knee deep of the shit, like I always had like an internal dialogue telling me, this isn't you. You know, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Consistently. And I remember waking up, bro, like, what the fuck, man? Like, how long are you going to do this? But in that same scenario, bro, I didn't know another way. I didn't have somebody to come along and say, hey, man, you know, here's what we can do. You don't have to do this to deal with your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Use another way. Yeah. And people who can drink normally and continue with their life, they would never understand how it feels, you know, for the conversation that we're having. Because simply, they're like, why don't you stop? You know, you had too many. Like, yo, there's never too many.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? There's never. You
Next.
drank 5, I'm drinking 25, and I still want another one.
And I still want another
And
one.
then tomorrow I'll probably do it again when I wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
if
people
not,
don't get it.
if not, make it to the store at 6 a.m. and have that
At
next
some point
ready to go.
Feel me, bro? An ice house at fucking 7:30 in the morning was a terrible idea, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? Several times.
It got away that get help get the headache going, right?
Yeah, bro.
Right? If you got the headache, drink
Fuck
some
that life.
No,
man.
but I'm gonna tell you that life right there, man. It taught me some valuable things, man.
Most definitely.
It taught me some valuable things. Like, I'm glad I went through that. You know, I have 8 years.
My dog.
8 years.
8 years.
8 years. That's all, man.
That's amazing, bro.
Woo!
And as we get to this point, where this is where I call this segment, man, to trying to wrap things in.
Yeah.
There's a young man, young woman, you meet them in passing, kind of see they struggling. You know what I'm saying? What word of advice could you offer to the person that you wish would have pulled up on you?
You know, I know you're dealing with it. I know the feeling. I know the urge. I know the craving. I know the lifestyle. And, you know, like he said, if somebody could have pulled up on me and gave me some advice, you know, I would have, you know, you have a lot to live for. You have a gift. You are created in the Most High's image. You have everything it takes to be the greatest person that you want to, the greatest that you want to be. You just have to apply it. You know, it's not going to be easy. It's not in no way going to be easy. But if you surround yourself with the right people and the right tools, and you allow yourself, you have to say no. You have to say no. You have to sacrifice that if you want to walk a better path. You know, like, it wasn't easy. Yes, I still had arguments. Yes, I had fights. Yes, we didn't see eye to eye. And that's not just my wife. That's my friends. That's the people I had to let go of. You know, if you're surrounding yourself with people that are influencing you, oh man, it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit. A little bit leads to a lot. Okay. Right. So if you continually surround yourself with those people, you're not going to get away from it. All right. You have to start looking for other avenues, like this podcast right here. Strength in time. Sobriety is sexy, man. I tell you that. Sobriety is sexy, you know, and I'm not bragging about it because I was you. Okay. I wanted everything that you want, but I didn't have the people to pull up on me and say, D, yo, man, we could do it this way and we could leave this out and we gonna make it. But like Drake said, he avoided the coke game, right? He avoided
Sprite instead.
Exactly, right? And look where he's at. You know, like look at Cudi. Look at Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi said in his documentary, once he was introduced to cocaine, everything went downhill. He had depression problems, anxiety. He started stressing, but before that, you know, before that he was shining, he was glowing.
Man on the moon.
The man on the moon. So when you gotta surround yourself with valuable information. I think it's about information. I think the information that you take in, and you have to absorb that and put it into action.
Yeah.
Okay, so you absorb this good information. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but you know what? If you surround yourself with a brother like him or a brother like me,
100%.
You know what? It'll make it a little bit easier. It'll be like, damn, they've been through it.
Word.
Let me call Dave.
Word.
Let me call Pac-Man.
Word.
Let me call Jared. My
Word.
bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, damn, I ain't been called Pac in a minute.
Hey, I can't just shake it. You know what I mean? Let me call my man.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta, like I said, like he said, you gotta surround yourself with people that are doing better than you. So right now, you're not at your greatest. Right now, you're not doing better than you want to be. But in order for you to do better than you want to be doing, you gotta let go. You got to allow change. If you don't allow the change, it's going to be the same thing.
If nothing
You're going to get the
changes,
same
nothing
results.
changes.
You're going to get the same results. Like I was saying about the smoke, you know, I let that go too. And, you know, for all the years we're fighting to smoke, you know, now they're making it legal. You know, I call it, I'm going to be real, it's a procrastinator's drug. It's a procrastination. It makes you lazy, makes you tired. I don't care. I don't care how you want to put it. You're setting excuses up for yourself, okay? You're convincing yourself that it helps you with this, it helps you with that. It doesn't. My brother put that in better, like he put it to me. He said, "Yo, D, you've been sober from this, but you've been smoking. So, you know, you're still under a substance. It still is a narcotic.
Yeah.
It still is a drug, okay? We've been fighting. We have brothers that are still sitting in jail cells and in prisons across the country because of that drug. You know, not saying that, you know, I'm against it, but I am against putting a brother in jail when it's legal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if the natives used it, all right? But they used it as a medicine. You have a child that has epileptic seizures and his mother comes and, you know, she takes a portion of it and puts it on his gums and it stops the seizures. Wow. That's a medicinal purpose. But when we're out here standing on the block and we're all smoking and smoking up the environment and you have family restaurants and young children walking around, think about your children. Think about, do I want my son, you know, being in this environment? You know, we set the pace for our environment. We set the tone, like we create the environment. When we're standing out there in a group and we're toting and we're smoking and we're not having respect for our fellow man and woman and their children that are going to be our future leaders that are going to run the country one day as well. I mean,
100%.
You got to think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it might help you but it's still a drug. So my brother told me, he's like, "Yo, Dave, look, you're lying to yourself. You're making excuses for yourself to keep smoking." He said, "Why don't you just try to stop and see how you feel after that?" And, you know, I stopped. And I tell you, like, my results, my output, my increase, everything has just skyrocketed. It linked me back. Listen, it got high. It got high without me getting high. You know, I'm going to say it like this. I coach for 2 different leagues. I coach for Glen Allen and I coach for young strikers. I just started doing it. My son, he said, "Dad, I really want you to coach me. I really want you to coach me." But you got to think about it like this. If you're going to be a leader, you have to lead by example. Okay, so now, am I teaching my players to do this?
Nah.
Am I teaching your daughter when she's on the basketball court? Oh, this is what you should be doing. Nah. It's your mother. When our mothers were raising us and coaching us, and our dads were raising us and coaching us, even though your dad did what he did, my dad did what he did, were they saying, "Hey, take some of this, do this"? Nah, they weren't giving us this.
Nah, bro, it's our leadership capabilities and mindset goals. And that's the beautiful part about coming back into it now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can make an impact on the youth because, like you say, that is the future leaders, bro.
They are.
And that's what's so dope, man. I had my homegirl tell me this, and then we could, you know, get ready to slap. But she was like, "How blessed are you that you get to come back and give back to the youth?" You know what I'm saying? Because I've been through it. I recognize it. I could see. You know, where my folks maybe not have been able to offer me help because they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, shit, I've been there. I know how that feels. I can tell you exactly where that's going to lead in about 2-3 years, depending on how long you go, if you make it. Because everybody ain't lucky enough to have 14, 15-year stretch in addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think what people talk about is jails, institutions, and death. But when you knee deep in it, death ain't all that scary, depending on what you're trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? Some people, life, bro, that's easy.
Yeah.
Jail, if I don't have food or a place to stay, man, I
they
could
got
eat.
A cot and they
and
got some
3
meals.
cots in the hot. Hey, fuck it.
Yeah.
Institution is kind of the same thing. But I think the piece that misses, right, you might not get none of that shit. You could be in a wheelchair strapped staring at the ceiling for the rest of your life.
Yeah, man.
You dig? And that, like, we was lucky to be this far and even had this conversation. So, bro, I want to tell you, man, like, I appreciate you. Like, real spill. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You dig what I'm saying?
Proud of you as well.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for wanting to come on here and tell your story, man, and let the world know everything that you've been through and everything you got going on and what it looks like to overcome it. So, man, you know, as we get ready to peel off, what are you doing now? You know what I'm saying? Tell me about the farm, man.
You know, I was gonna get to that. You know, being in this mode, and you know, everything hit the fan on us. You know, COVID came through and, you know, changed people's lives some for the worse, some for the best. Some people got gain off of it. Mm-hmm. You know, I gained a lot, man. I started a farm in 2020. Not really. It was in the process in 18. You know, didn't think everything was gonna wind up working out, but I tell you what, man, we raising chickens, we raised lamb, we raised goat, pig. I
see you,
ducks,
bro. A lot.
Raised crops. I mean,
Farmer Dave.
We have. You name it, we raise it. It's been a blessing. It's been a journey. It's been, you know, I feel like I'm doing the Lord's work, you know, and you know, like from the planting. I mean, you put a seed in the dirt, it will grow. I promise you. Like, we farming because starving sucks. You know what I mean? Farm Maldonado. That's the brand.
Farm Maldonado.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we've been fortunate enough to be, you know, to have getting where we've gotten, and I don't think I could have done it without changing my mindset and changing my patterns, and you know, cleaning up my act. You know what I mean? Like I'm grateful. Like, I put a seed in the dirt, and I got a little bit of information from a man that's been doing it his whole life, and he's like, try this. And I said, you know what? Let me try it out. Put a couple in. I think of the first year I grew maybe like 30, 40 plants. I'm up to like 2,000 plants now.
Word?
Yeah, we grow kale, we grow collards, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, corn, tomatoes, cucumbers.
See, we really got a bill, man.
Carrots,
I told you,
onions.
like,
Hold on. The herbs. You want to talk about growing herbs? We grow rosemary. We grow sage. We grow, let me give you parsley. We got basil, sweet basil.
I feel like this the part where the Thanksgiving chick come in. I got chickens, lambs, turkeys.
We got to make a song about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Nah, bro.
Hey, listen, you want some fresh eggs, man? Listen, we have fresh eggs. We only sell them for $4 a carton. I think we beating Kroger.
$9.
Yeah, listen, organic. I got to buy the packaging. I got to buy the feed. I'm feeding you. You know what I mean? You're contributing to a good cause. You know, you want organic. You want to know what a real egg tastes like? Hit me up.
Word.
It's, you know, it's deep, man. Like, and you know, wanting to build. I know me and you have talked about it. I'm gonna be launching something. I'm working on a project. I might need some assistance, but you know, I'm launching a project, and it's Farm Maldonado, and we're gonna be giving classes and teaching you how to grow your own crops, and teach you how to raise animals, and teach you how to provide and be self-sufficient in these times. And
live off the earth.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, that's
uncertainty.
That's what it's here for. Like, you know, you look at the news and everything, and we've invested a lot of money in the military. All right, we are a safe nation, okay? But we need to start investing more in our environment and, you know, protecting the farmers, and that's where we're getting our food from. You know what I mean? Like, you have to do it for yourself. You have to learn what it takes to raise some crops. If you know, pick 4 vegetables. The Native Americans, you know, the natives, they grew corn, they grew, I think, some squash, and they grew beans. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look. What's on your palate? What do you like? What do you like when it comes to the vegetables?
Asparagus is top.
And now
green beans. Carrots. One more vegetable. Cauliflower rice.
Grow what you want to eat. You don't have to grow the way I grow.
See, I think I got in my yard. I'm not a farmer by any means, but we inherited the previous owner's garden.
Yeah.
So I got asparagus, mint leaves, and sage.
Well, I'm going to tell you, asparagus, that's a blessing because asparagus takes 3 years before you can actually get the crop. So you're the prior person that lived and sold you your home, those people have been raising that, and now you're actually.
So I got to go take care of that shit.
So you have to maintain, but no, listen, that will grow all winter for you. You got to listen. Asparagus after 3 years, you'll get it for 10 years. You got mint. You said mint. It's an invasive plant.
Yeah, that joint take over everything.
It will take over. That's why you need to pick a spot for it, okay? But mint, that'll last you forever. It will grow and grow and grow and never die. It comes back. Even after it dies in the winter, it'll always come back.
Yeah, I got a bunch of that shit.
Now, what else did you have? You had one more?
So that's the only, and sage.
And sage. Sage, I mean.
Sage is in the garden.
It goes dormant. It does go dormant.
I have to show you next time you pull up, bro.
I need to pull up, but there's so many different things. Put an apple tree in your backyard. Put a pear tree. Put a peach tree. Put a plum tree. God bless y'all. Thank you for having me on the podcast, man. And let me slide through. I think we need to do this again. I think we need to maybe add some more about the farming. And like I said, I got a project that's launching, and I really look forward to building with you, man.
Well, let's do that. We definitely gonna connect, my brother, man. I appreciate you pulling up, dog. Till next time.